You see, things happen in marriages that surprises me a whole lot. They surprise me. And if you fall into this category of people I'm about to talk about, I need you to move closer and pay a rapt attention to what I'm about to say. You are a younger sister or a younger brother, sorry, a younger sister or an elder sister of your brother that is married, and his wife is yet to give birth. You are a mother to a man who is married and his wife is yet to give birth. And they have been married for some months and some years, and yet no child has surfaced. And all of you ganged up against the woman, making life unbearable for her, threatening her to leave your son, to leave your brother's house, that you have tagged her to be a male pauper. If you know what a male pauper is, you understand what I'm saying. You call her all manner of names. When she hears that you are coming to visit your brother who is her husband, she's afraid. Her heart begins to pant because she knows that it is trouble that is coming to pay them a visit. And the funny thing is that if it were to be the brother, the male relatives that are doing this, it will have been a little bit mild to hear. But the funny thing is that it is fellow women, ladies like this wife that we're talking about, that will be, adding salt to the injury of this woman. Number one, let me ask you a question. Who told you that inability of a woman to conceive is solely depend on the woman? Who told you that reasons for childlessness cannot come from the man? Who told you that? You better go and find out. Maybe you need to go and see a doctor, or you need to read some books, or you need to make some research online, and you will know that when in a marriage where there is childlessness, it doesn't really mean that the fault is from the woman. But because women now, for who we are, many of us have a large heart. We contain a whole lot. We take in, we absorb in all manner of things. So even when the woman discovers that the fault is actually from the man, she still wants to keep that secret to herself. She doesn't want anybody to know. And because of that, you don't know what she's going through. Because of that, you just put all the blame on her, making her feel she's the one that is not fertile. She's the one that has, useless her life when she was a single and all of that. And you mother-in-laws, that you make life unbearable for your son's wife because she has not been able to conceive. Why don't you turn the table around to yourself and put that woman in the place of your own daughter? And let's assume that your daughter is the one that got married and she has not given birth, and the family of the husband she got married to gang up against her to victimize her, or because she has not given birth. How would you feel as a mother if your daughter tells you what she's going through in that manner? How would you feel as a lady if you are the one that is having the same challenge in your husband's house, and the family of the husband gang up against you and they make life miserable for you? What are you going to do? Do you think to give birth, to conceive, to carry a baby in the womb, do you think is the work of any human? No, you don't want to think like that. Have you even find out what is even the help that you are contributing to this family for the challenge of childlessness to be over in their lives? Or do you think your brother that puts that woman in the house is a fool? You think everything that is going on in their secret place is what they will tell you, is what they will call you to know about? When you think about the trauma you make that woman go through, and you put yourself in her shoes, you turn the table around to yourself and you're like, what if I am the one in this situation? Will I be able to cope with this kind of heat that I am giving my brother's wife, or that I'm putting on on my son's wife, because she has not been able to conceive? Will you be able to contain? Will you be able to absorb all those trauma, all those problems, all those abusive atmosphere that you have created and bombarded your son's wife with? that you have bombarded your brother's wives with? Will you be able to cope? If your answer is no, then you have to retrace yourself back. You have to begin to show that woman some level of love. You have to begin to show her some kindness. You have to begin to show her some concern that whatever you call her, if you call her auntie, if you call her whatever name you call her, if you call her by her name, you need to begin to draw her closer to yourself. Put yourself in her shoes and have empathy for her. Just, try to feel the pain she's going through. As a woman who is expected to have carried her own child or her own pregnancy and is yet to happen for her, you're not supposed to add salt to her injury. You are supposed to be a harm that she can fall back into. You're supposed to, in your own little way, look for solution on how that problem is going to be solved. Not to be telling her you are a male papa, you are even a man who even know what you have done when you are single. Maybe you have done this, you have committed abortion, you have done all manner of things, and your womb is no more there. Because it's not always the way you think. And if you are human enough, you will discover that no matter what the situation is, for her to have still stayed with your brother or your son means that she's not supposed to be treated like a trash, or because she has not been able to give birth for your brother.